Everyone, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, which you guys obviously are. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. My name is Michael Healy, and I'm the principal of Galway Junior Senior High School. Welcome to the class of 2015 commencement ceremony. On behalf of the Board of Education, administration, teachers, staff, and the student body, I offer our congratulations to the class of 2015. I also thank our graduates for being excellent students, athletes, musicians, artists, and above all, excellent role models. When thinking about what makes this group a special class, their teachers describe this group as hardworking, thoughtful, loyal to friends, individuals, compassionate, and a lot of fun. So graduates, as you leave Galway and you move on to college, or the military, or the workforce, I encourage you to continue to work hard, remain loyal to your friends, maintain your individuality, be compassionate, and continue to have a lot of fun. Each of you have tremendous potential, whether it be in the sciences, or technology, or business, or the arts, or just making the world a better place. Your futures are bright, and I'm sure you will make a difference wherever your path takes you. As your principal, I am proud of each and every one of you. Congratulations. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the faculty here at Galway. Teachers, guidance counselors, teachers' aides, cafeteria workers, the maintenance staff, secretaries, school nurses, and bus drivers. If you are here today, can you please stand and be recognized for your dedication and outstanding service to our students? Thank you for everything that you do for our students. And parents, thank you for allowing us the privilege of working with your children for the last 13 years. The unconditional love, the guidance, and the support that you have provided your children have made them who they are today. And we all thank you for that. Now, I invite Mr. Shannon Shine, our superintendent, to share his opening remarks. Mr. Shine.
Good morning, everybody. Right. All right. It's time for Mr. Shine's world-famous top 10 list for the grads. Maybe in my world, but I'm thinking world famous. Number one, be kind all the time to people who deserve it and people who don't deserve it. Relatedly, Mark Twain once noted that kindness is a language that deaf can hear and the blind can see. Also remember that it is also better to be kind than right. Two, treat others the way you would like to be treated. Don't just say this, do it. It's harder than it sounds. That's why it's one of the two great commandments which Jesus spoke of. Three, serve others. You've heard it said that it's better to give than receive. This is true. Explore the paradox of accumulation via dissemination by serving others. Four, balance your lives. Family, friends, church, school, work, play, hobbies, service. Whatever takes up your time and attention should be balanced. You become what you repeatedly do. Five, one of my favorites, laugh frequently and heartily, especially at yourself. A sense of humor lends perspective to almost everything. In the book of Proverbs, we find that laughter doeth as a good medicine, a fact to which even secular physicians will readily attest. Six, prioritize yourself. Since we all become a combination of what we spend our time on, choose wisely and make it a point to allocate time to what really matters in your lives. Seven, make your avocation your vocation if at all possible. Figure out what you're passionate about and then, if you can, try to make it a full-time job. Be passionate at your work and be passionate in your personal lives. This is a choice and is not dependent upon external circumstances. Eight, forgive even the unforgivable, as we've seen in South Carolina recently. Prime example. Anger, bitterness, resentment, and regret are cancerous. They could damage or even destroy you. Do not give them a foothold in your heart. 9, praise liberally. Tell people you care about them or appreciate them or love them whenever you can. Express your gratitude in the moment. Genuine compliments and appreciation restore and strengthen our hearts and breed hope. 10, most importantly, as I believe Mr. Healy mentioned that your parents did to you, you should also love unconditionally. Congratulations, graduates. It's been a privilege to serve you.
Thank you, Mr. Shine. So it is my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2015, Lindsay Carlson.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the graduation of Galway High School's class of 2015. I would like to begin with a few thank yous, both from myself and on behalf of the entire class. First, thank you to all of the graduates' family members who were so instrumental in our success up to this point. Second, a big thank you to the administrators and teachers for guiding, teaching, and inspiring so many of us over the past 4 years, and most of us for the past 13. Lastly, I would like to extend my personal gratitude to the class of 2015. You guys are truly the best, and I cannot think of a better group of people to have grown up with. Each of you, with your unique personality and individual quirks, has contributed so much to the overall character of this class. I honestly believe it was thanks to this diverse, accepting character that I have grown so much from that scared, socially inept kid who had to go to summer school and therapy just to prepare for kindergarten. The main goal I have for this speech is to inspire the graduating class. And because it would be pushing it to say that my creative and inspirational abilities are below average, I'm going to use the words of others to do so. While looking up inspirational topics to write about, I came across 4 quotes that stuck out among the rest. The first, said by T.E. Lawrence, is "All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their minds wake in the day to find it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible." By this he means you shouldn't be afraid to have crazy, even intimidating dreams about your future. Just make sure that at some point you wake up and make them a reality. Realize that you are not defined by the things you plan to do, but by the things that you actually make happen. The second quote is, "Your assumptions are your windows on the world. Scrub them off every once in a while, or the light won't come in," said by Isaac Asimov. There will come a time, maybe soon, or maybe in the distant future, when your beliefs are challenged or you are presented with a seemingly ridiculous idea. Though it may be difficult, setting these ideas against the things you have long taken for granted may be the best decision you ever make. Keeping an open mind can strengthen who you are and what you believe in, because in the end, you will either become more justified in your own opinion or realize that you were on the wrong path after all. The next quote is, "If you live off a man's compliments, you'll die from his criticism," which was said by Cornelius Lindsay. While the speaker's name may have had something to do with why I chose this quote, I strongly believe in its message. In our lives ahead of us, it is inevitable that we will feel extensive pressure to impress others who may offer us good grades, an internship, or a career. While making these people happy might seem like the most important thing in the world at that moment, do not live off the satisfaction of pleasing them. Find something that will make you genuinely and consistently happy, because an internal contentness is too strong to be destroyed by criticism. The last quote is, "If you aren't in over your head, how do you know how tall you are?" by T.S. Eliot. Never be afraid to take on things that seem impossibly challenging, because to live life simply and easily will never allow you to realize your true potential. The next time you are faced with a challenge, whether it's a hard class, a demanding job, or giving a speech to over 500 people without crying, accept it with as much confidence as you can gather. Even if you fail, you will leave with the knowledge of how you can grow from there. It is my hope that each of you are somewhat inspired to do these things in the next few years. Dream big and take action, keep an open mind, find something that makes you happy, and don't be afraid to fail. Above all, keep being the amazing people that you already are. Grow and mature, but hold on to the qualities that have helped you succeed to this point. Take the lessons you have learned and use them to better yourself and aid others in their journey as well. With that, I would like to conclude this speech by saying my sincere congratulations and best wishes for success to the class of 2015.
Thank you, Lindsay. Providing the class history for the class of 2015, the class historian, Gabrielle Urban.
Remember when? Remember when we were all so young and just getting on our feet. Our shoes were small and our teachers were tall, but our lives were pretty sweet. Remember when at gym class that week, the parachute came out and we were so excited we could barely speak. We jumped, we ran, we giggled, we smiled. Coach K had never seen us so wild. Remember when the playground was so mighty and mysterious, and how only us kids could take hide and seek so serious. Remember when, on a bright morning day, we packed our bags and ran away. Camp Chingachgook lie just steps ahead, and who could be possibly more excited to sleep in a bunk bed? Buck Mountain was tall, and we were all so tired, but at the end of the day, no one was more inspired. If our items were lost at camp that day, we were forced to dance and sing at dinner as a form of pay. Remember when, after lunch every day, Mr. Griffin would come around, flash his peace sign, and say, "Hey." And just like that, our childhood days of play were done. Elementary school was far behind us, and so were our days of fun. Remember when, during the first days of middle school, how we thought we were just so cool. Our heads were held high, and our new clothes gleamed, but boy, how stupid we must have seemed. Remember when we had our first rec night and there were absolutely no frowns in sight? We danced with our friends to outdated tunes we thought we were so clever. And P.S., remember when Nickelback was the greatest thing ever? The drama was high and the boredom was low, and there were even some times when the chaperones interrupted our flow. Remember when we journeyed to Boston and we were forced to be with our parents as some sort of precaution? The aquarium was neat and Quincy Market made our day complete, but at the end of the day, we were pretty beat. Remember when Mr. Barry became furious? He towered above us and his face flickered with anger, but all we could think of was all the fun we'd had putting ourselves in danger. Remember when in science during 8th grade, we sat in Mrs. Clay's bathtub and waited all day? Remember when our last day of middle school came upon us? We were scared of the future and scared of those high schoolers, but we were almost positive it wouldn't suck. Remember when the first day of high school wasn't just a thought? It was a real day, and it was the upperclassmen's attention we all sought. Schoolwork was tedious and gym class was scary, but all of this was better than the rage of Mr. Barry. Remember when we brutally lost field day? You may think I mean freshman year, but let's face it, we only triumphed 1 year, which is pretty crazy. Remember when Spirit Days and Homecoming was the highlight of our year, and when Mr. Curvin danced to Dancing Queen, we all had to cheer. Remember when Brad broke his leg? Remember when we were finally seniors and we declared ourselves the leaders of Galway? Senioritis was real, and most of us usually claimed, we'll do it tomorrow. Remember when we ordered our caps and gowns and how crazy it is that it's all happening now? Remember when we thought a summer barbecue would be a great senior prank, but in the end, the rain decided to make us flake. We were completely soaked and somehow the joke was on us. Remember when we took our last test of our last year and graduation day finally became more clear? We cheered on the last day of school and couldn't believe how far we'd come. Remember when we closed our lockers for the last time with nothing inside but the hope of next year's underclassmen? Once upon a time, our shoes were small and our teachers were tall. Some of us stand taller than our teachers, and we've outgrown those small shoes, but look at how far we've come. As most of us part to pursue our lives, please remember just one thing. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams, make the life you imagined, and live like kings.
Thank you, Gabby. Presenting the class gift, the class of 2015 president, Jennifer Metzger.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. It is a tradition that every year, the graduating class leaves some sort of gift to the school. This year, the school opened up what is known as the Eagle Landing. It's an area outside near the student parking lot that has a beach volleyball court, bocce ball, and a lot of other things. It's not just a place for students to go when they want to go outside, but it's also a great place for students to bond with each other. As a gift, the class of 2015 would like to donate a sign for the Eagle Landing. Ms. Donovan, can you come up? As of this moment, we don't have the sign, but I do have the proof that they emailed to me that I printed out, and I would like to present it to our principals. Thank you very much for everything you've done for us and basically putting up with us all these years. Thank you.
I'm blown away. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer. And on behalf of the Galway school community, thank you to the class of 2015 for providing Eagle Landing with a great looking sign. So we appreciate it. Thank you. So it's my great honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2015, Molly Mancini.
Can everyone hear me all right? Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers, students, and most of all, graduates of the class of 2015. It is an honor to speak to you on this special occasion, and I want to thank you all for being here to celebrate our graduation. Thank you, family, friends, teachers, coaches, club advisors, and administrators for all your support and influence throughout the years here at Galway. And I would like to especially thank my parents for their care, love, and guidance. Okay, now this is the part where I'm supposed to tell you wise, cliche, valedictory advice looking towards the future while reflecting on the past. But I am just a girl, only 17 years of age. Not much life experience has infiltrated my brain, thus I doubt the advice I give you will hold true value to that advice of an older, more educated person. Perhaps in 50 years, when hopefully I'll be rich and famous, I'll be worthy of giving advice. But for now, all I can do is tell you that we made it. Each one of us has our own particular story that has gotten us this far. Mine is simply that I did all the work I was supposed to do, and somehow that got me the highest grade point average in this class. I'm very humbled and grateful for this, although I wasn't at first. When I found out I would be the valedictorian of the class of 2015, I wasn't entirely happy. I know, crazy, right? Mr. Healy, our principal, Mrs. Donovan, our assistant principal, and Miss Mork, our guidance counselor, were all in the room with me when I received the big news. But instead of jumping for joy as they had expected, I questioned how such a thing could occur. Mixed between surprise and jet lag from the Italy trip the night before, I am ashamed to say that I was a little angry with the title. I felt that I was put in the spotlight and had taken another's place. However, this experience has taught me an important lesson: to accept the title as a label of the countless hours I put into school. I'm very honored to represent Galway High School as an advocate on behalf of the student body. I feel that we should all carry the recognition of successfully completing high school, and for our individual talents, from music to art to sports, with our heads held high and proud for our accomplishments. And this is what we are here to do today. We are here to share and accept this honor of success throughout our years here at Galway. So, if I could give you any advice at all, even if it is just the ramblings of a 17-year-old girl, it would be to accept what life throws at you. Accept the fact that you're all going out into the real world. Accept that whatever lies ahead of you will turn out for the better, as long as you work to better yourself and those around you. Accept the fact that you will grow and that you will grow apart. Sometimes you have to accept the fact that certain things will never go back to how they used to be. That's a quote I found on Tumblr. But life goes on. I know you all, my fellow classmates, will go on to do great things. I'm so glad to have gotten the privilege to know you all throughout the years and to have grown up with you. Sorry, I lost my place. Congratulations, class of 2015, and thank you. I hope you continue to push the limits and accept how far you've already come. Now, I want to conclude this speech by telling everyone to accept that it's over. The speech I'm talking about, it's over.
If you love somebody, better tell them while they're here, 'cause they just may run away from you. You'll never know quite when, but then again it just depends on how long the time is left for you. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest rivers. You can have it all, but life keeps moving. Take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, and I'm on top of the world, and I've been on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, and been holding it in for a while, and take it with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. I tried to cut these corners, tried to take the easy way out. I kept on falling short of something. I couldn't give up then, well, then again I couldn't have, 'cause I traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down, 'cause I'm on top of the world, and I'm on top of the world, and waiting on this for a while now. Pay my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, been holding it in for a while, take it with me if I can. Dreaming of this as a child. I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world, I'm on top of the world, been on this for a while now. Paid my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, been holding it in for a while, take me with me if I can. Been dreaming of this as a child. And I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up when you hit the ground. But get up now, get up now. And I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up when you hit the ground. But get up now, get up now. 'Cause I'm on top of the road. I know it's hard when you're falling down, it's a long way up when you're hitting the ground. So get up now, get up now. I've been waiting to smile. It's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up when you're taking me round. Get up now, get up now. I'm on top of the world. Hey, hey, hey! Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts. giving me everything inside and out. Love strange, so real in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were beyond. So changed, they pull us apart. When the light gets into your heart, baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Will you stand above me? Look my way, never love me. Rain keeps falling down, down, down. Will you recognize me? Know my name or walk on by? Rain keeps falling down, 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 down. Hey, 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 hey! Ooh, yeah. Don't you try to pretend it's my feeling. You'll win in the end. I won't harm you or touch your defenses, vanity and security. Don't you forget about me. I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Don't you take you apart. I'll put us back together at heart, baby. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. As you walk on by, will you call my name? As you walk on by, will you call my name? As you walk on by.
Thank you, chamber singers and our seniors who participated in our song. Great job. Can I have our award presenters join me on stage, please?
The Galway PTSA Valedictorian Award is given to the member of the graduating class who has attained the highest scholastic average for 4 complete years of high school work. This year, the award goes to Molly Mancini. The Galway PTSA Salutatorian Award is given to the member of the graduating class who has attained the 2nd highest scholastic average for the for 4 complete years of high school work. And this year is awarded to Lindsay Carlson.
We're handing out the Sean Robert Dickey Scholarship Award to Raven Pink, if she'd come forward. Yep, more than welcome. A little bit about Sean. Sean passed away when he was 18. I hope none of you have to go through it. But I remember the last thing that we did together was go deep sea fishing. He still holds the record. 57 inches, 175-pound bluefin tuna. And his toes didn't touch the ground. He was like Snoopy. They were just paddling. He was so happy. But that was the last thing we did before he went to college. And I'm very glad for it. And God bless this class. Thank you.
Good morning. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to the class of 2015. And I have many fond memories of so many of you watching you grow up and working with you together in a variety of different situations. So congratulations to all of you. As a member of the Galway Lioness Club, sponsored by our Galway Lions Club, we understand the difference that we can make in our community with community service. The Lions and Lioness motto is to serve. As our award, we would like to present the Galway Lioness Award to a high school student for their outstanding community volunteer service within our community or even including outside of our community, knowing the difference that we can make on the lives of others. I am proud to present this award this year to Emily Bailey. I also am going to be presenting the Jackie Sprague Lioness Memorial Award. Jackie Sprague, many of you might remember, Jackie was a member of our maintenance staff at school. Jackie always wore a smile, always was there to help no matter what, whether it was a spill or you needed something or a door was locked. Jackie never hesitated. She was very caring to our school community and to our community in general. This year, this award is presented to a Galway High School graduate for their love of animals. Jackie loved her animals. So this year, we are presenting this award to Caitlin Keller. And again, congratulations. You'll remain in my heart forever. Go for your dream.
My grandfather, Richard Lukasiewicz, was a former principal at Galway Central High School. The Friends of Richard Lukasiewicz at Chuck's Store is presented to a senior who, like him, has a compassion for others and has demonstrated outstanding community service. The student has an appreciation for music and has also upheld leadership positions throughout her school years. I am happy to present this award to Che White.
I love your dress. Thank you.
Mr. Lukasiewicz was a respected principal at Galway Central High School and a well-loved community member. The Galway School and Community Richard Lukasiewicz Memorial Scholarship is presented to the senior who, like Mr. Lukasiewicz, has a love and appreciation for music and has the ability to lead others. This award is actually going to be given to 2 recipients this morning, and the first one is Nicole O'Brien. The second recipient is Gabrielle Urban. The Sue Lakazowitz Galway Players Award is presented to the seniors making a contribution to theater. And this award has 3 recipients this morning. The first is Juliana Copa. The next recipient is Courtney Soul. And finally, the third recipient is Emily Zawiza. And finally, the Laura Smith Chorus Award is presented to the senior who has been most outstanding in chorus. And this year, that award is going to Juliana Copa.
It is my privilege to give the Galway Teachers Association Scholarship. This is presented to a senior who has expressed an interest in teaching as a profession, has been accepted in a college, and has shown academic leadership based on achievement. This year's recipient is Jennifer Metzger. I also have the privilege of giving away the Richard Gray Memorial GTA Scholarship. This is a scholarship award awarded to a senior who plans on attending college and who, in the face of adversity, exemplifies dedication to hard work, compassion for others, and a positive attitude towards life. And this year, it's Katie Horseman. The next award I'm presenting is the Robert and Mildred Eaton Memorial Award, which is given by their children in memory of their parents to a student who has shown continuous academic improvement and who demonstrates an active concern and respect for his or her environment. This year's recipient is Caitlin Keller. We don't practice these things. The next award, my last award, is the Sharon Rice Memorial Award. This is presented to a student who has established and exhibited personal growth during his or her years at Galway, someone who brings out the best in others without looking for any personal glory, a person who, like Mrs. Rice, was non-judgmental of others and a true friend. This year, and a most deserving candidate is Morgan Ritter.
Good
Good morning. First of all, I would like to give a little recognition to our staff, the GTV staff in the center here with all the cameras and computers. We're streaming graduation live right now, and I understand that there are some relatives in Brazil who are watching and all over, so thank you very much to them. And just really quickly, this is one of the great things about Galway. We have two former students, Cody Izzo, Graham Northup are here. They were here at 8 o'clock this morning, and they've been here all week setting this up and training Jacob Ernst. And so thank you very much to all of you. Very good. The first award that I will be giving is the Joseph Henry Memorial Recognition. And this is awarded this year to 3 seniors that have valued their education and appreciate the support that Galway Central School District has given them. And the first recipient of this award is Ariane Cirillo. The second recipient of the Joseph Henry Memorial Recognition Award is Allison Pacifica. And the third recipient of the Joseph Henry Memorial Recognition Award is Jennifer Pacifica. The Galway PTSA Joseph Henry Award is presented to the senior who has displayed the spirit of the scientific method. And this year the award goes to Lindsay Carlson. The PTSA Mildred Follett Memorial Award is presented in fond memory of Mrs. Follett, who was a kindergarten teacher in our district for many years. This award is presented to the individual who has indicated an interest in working within a school setting with young children. And this year's recipient is Hannah Kent. And the last award I have is the PTSA Bonnie Burton Memorial Award. And this is given in memory of Bonnie Burton, the past president of the Galway PTSA and an aide for many years at Galway Central School. The award is intended for a graduating senior whose spirit embodies a love of life reminiscent of Bonnie Burton. And this year's recipient is Sarah Mar Roman.
Good morning. The PTSA Healthcare Professions Award recognizes a student who plans to enter an institution of higher learning to specialize in a field or area related to the healthcare profession. And this year's recipient is Emily Zawiza. The PTSA Attendance Award goes to the senior who has had the best attendance record during 13 years of school. And I just heard this morning that he was here on the senior trip day and had proclaimed that he has never missed a day of school. And I do remember him from my homeroom way back in 7th grade, and that would be Robert Goldstein. The Galway PTSA Albany City Lodge number 540 Knights of Pythias Achievement Award is presented by the Galway PTSA and the Albany City Lodge number 540 Knights of Pythias to a senior for extracurricular activities and/or community endeavors. And the student that is receiving that this year is Rachel Restivo.
Good morning and congratulations to our graduates. The Mildred S. Kalankowitz Memorial Award is given to the senior student athlete who performs in an exemplary manner while representing Galway Central School on the field or court. The student, in the school's opinion, should have provided a real sense of motivation and spirit to all other student athletes. This award goes to Morgan Ritter. It's my pleasure to give the Kathy Shaw Memorial, PTSA Kathy Shaw Memorial Award away. All three of my children had the wonderful opportunity to go through nursery school with Kathy, and she was a wonderful person. It is presented in loving memory of Kathy Shaw, who in her 23 years as a nursery school teacher in Galway touched the lives of countless children. The award is presented to a graduating senior who, like Kathy, shows a genuine love for children and will be pursuing a degree in education. This award goes to Sierra Alds.
The Student Senate Leadership Award is presented to the student that demonstrated school spirit and has taken the responsibility of leadership to promote a better student program. The recipient of this award is Molly Mancini. The Kurt B. Smith Memorial Award goes to a student who, like Kurt, realized the value of a high school diploma and made the decision to remain in school and graduate. The recipient of this award is Chase Gorey.
The PTSA Business Service Award is presented to the student who has taken a full range of business courses and who intends to further his or her knowledge of the business world by attending college in fall. This year's recipient is Dan Diaz. The PTSA Greg Rockwood Memorial Award is given in memory of Coach Greg Rockwood to a student who, like Mr. Rockwood, exemplifies true interest in the spirit of technology. One who is always eager to learn, to create, and to build, and still has enough energy left to devote to family, school, and community activities. This year's recipient is Stephen Colbert.
Buenos dias.
The Greater Galway Volunteer Fire Department Scholarship Award was established in 2004 by Galway, Harmony Corners, Providence, and West Charlton Volunteer Fire Departments to provide a benefit to volunteer firefighters and their families in recognition of their hard work and dedication to the community. This award is presented to a senior who plans to attend an accredited Institute of Higher Learning in the fall of 2015. They must be either a firefighter of one of the departments or have a parent, guardian, relative as a member in good standing of one of the departments. This year, this award is presented to two students. The first student is Rachel Jones. And the second is Joseph Lafferthen.
The Galway PTSA SAD Chapter Award is presented to the senior who has contributed to the concepts that SAD stands for Students Helping Students. The winner is Caitlin Keller.
Yes, I do have real close. The Rosalie B. Eaton Memorial Award is presented to a deserving senior pursuing a college degree in the field of art, music, or drama. This year giving to a very upstanding young man, Connor Alvord. The second award is the James R. Donnan Memorial Award. Goes to the senior exhibiting the same even-tempered behavior, win or lose, who shows leadership in the whole community, treating all people the same from all walks of life, and it communicates ideas well in a clear and articulate manner. This year's winner is Brad Hoffman. See, Brad, now they can remember you for something else besides breaking your leg. Following is the Coach Good Memorial Soccer Award. This is given to a varsity soccer player that puts their whole heart into every single game. This year, she took her Mighty Midgets as far as she could, Molly Mancini.
So before I present our awards, I would like to say thank you to our community members and our community organizations for year after year recognizing the outstanding achievements of our students. And as a district, we sincerely appreciate your efforts in recognizing our students. So thank you. The Boston Spa National Bank Scholarship Award is presented to a graduating senior continuing his or her education at a 2- or 4-year school. The award is based on recognition of academic achievement in math, science, engineering, or business while demonstrating a commitment to community service. This award is given to Daniel Diaz. The Parish Memorial Awards are presented to 2 college-bound students who in 4 years of high school have consistently demonstrated the qualities of reliability, service, and diligence, and have reflected a wholesome attitude towards school and scholastic endeavors. The first award goes to Jennifer Metzger. The second recipient of the Parish Memorial Award is Che White. The Blue Shield Scholars Award is presented to a graduating senior who is pursuing studies in the health or life sciences field and represents Blue Shield's core values: teamwork, integrity, passion, personal responsibility, excellence, and respect. This year, the award goes to Gabrielle Urban. The PTSA American Citizenship Award is sponsored by the National Association of Secondary School Principals and is presented to a student who displays an understanding and appreciation of civic responsibility and exhibits a positive attitude towards classmates, school, and community. This award goes to Gabrielle Urban. Span Fowler Scholarship Fund is given to a senior who demonstrates dedication to the community and academic standing, and as suggested in the fund, this award goes to Garrett Crawford. The Fulton Montgomery Community College Foundation Scholarship is presented to a senior who has maintained a B average and will be attending FMCC in the fall. This award goes to Katie Horseman. The PTSA Charles H. Field Award is presented to the senior nominated by the valedictorian and salutatorian of the class for having made outstanding progress during his or her high school years. This award goes to Brittany Ormansky. The Richard Buffard Memorial Award is presented to the senior who accepts classmates for their good qualities, lends a hand of friendship, and is supportive when someone is troubled, and treats his or her fellow human beings with respect. This award is voted on by the entire senior class. This year, the award is presented to Lindsay Carlson. I'm going to save Lindsay a trip. The PTSA School Volunteer Award is presented to the senior who has given his or her time and service to the school. This help is greatly needed and appreciated, and it goes to Lindsay Carlson. The Richard T. Harris Senior Memorial Award is presented in loving memory of Mr. Harris, a transportation department employee in our district for several years. This award is presented to the graduating senior who has demonstrated a desire to serve his or her community through their volunteer activity. This year, the award goes to Joseph Lafferton. The Nancy Harris Memorial Award is presented in loving memory of Mrs. Harris, a teacher aide for many years at Galway Senior High School. This award is presented to a graduating senior who shares Mrs. Harris's love of children and/or animals. This year, the award goes to Nicole O'Brien. Congratulations to all our award winners. Each year, the students of the graduating class select a speaker who they feel has inspired, influenced, or significantly contributed to their education during their time at Galway. This year, the class of 2015 selected Galway Senior High School chemistry and physics teacher and New York State master teacher, Mr. Kristen Darlington.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the warm welcome. I would like to thank the school board and all the administrative staff for allowing me to speak here today, and a special thanks to my mom and dad who are also here in the audience. These kids know I talk about my parents a lot in class, so it's nice to have them here. I can't tell you how honored and humbled I am to be asked to give this speech by these kids here today. So to the class of 2015 sitting on this stage, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I'd like to dedicate this speech to a teacher who went out of his way to be my mentor when I was in grad school in California. Without this teacher, I can confidently say I would not be standing here today giving this speech. So this speech is dedicated to Mr. Preston Boomer of San Lorenzo Valley High School in Felton, California, who taught physics and chemistry for 56 years at San Lorenzo Valley, and whose career I will continue to emulate until the day I'm forced to retire. Boom, if you do get to watch this, thank you. A couple of months ago, when Jenny Metzger asked me to give this speech on behalf of her class, I said, Jenny, you know there's no way you can afford my speaking fee. But for those of you that know Jenny, she's right over there, you know that she's no one to be trifled with. So I got to work. And when I was writing this speech, I spent a lot of time watching commencement speeches on YouTube that were each in their own way historic. This one won't be. Because for those of you that know me, you know that I'm not someone who takes himself particularly seriously or who really likes talking about himself at all. So when I decided that what I should be doing in this speech is talking about the story of how I somehow fumbled along to end up standing in front of you today, it was a bit jarring for me. That said, I'm just going to go for it and hope that my story will end up doing some good for someone out there who might be listening. When I was 18 and fresh out of high school, I was just like these kids sitting up there. I was still driving my mom's old station wagon. I was nervous, unsure of myself, temperamental. See the parents in the audience nodding. I was awkward, moody, and my students are sitting up there saying, Mr. D, that sounds like you now. But what I remember the most about being 18 was being constantly overwhelmed with the question, what am I supposed to do now? My own first attempt to answer this question was to enroll as an 18-year-old infant into the mechanical engineering program at Union College in the fall of 1998. I didn't have a good reason for choosing mechanical engineering as my major. I took AP Calc and AP Statistics in high school. I did well. I loved my physics class. I became fascinated with everything written by Carl Sagan. My science grades were strong. I liked cars. The science and math I figured I could do, and I really wish I could tell you I had a better reason for signing up engineering, but it was really because of vanity. You see, when I was growing up, I had always heard that engineers were members of an exclusive intellectual group. They were the ones who survived the really tough classes in college, and they were the ones that could really think and solve problems. As you can imagine, as an 18-year-old, the idea of people describing me in this way was pretty appealing. Union's ME program was, as all engineering programs are, hard, really hard, and I wasn't up for it. When the veneer of being an engineer wore off, and it did wear off quickly, I struggled. And for the first time in my academic life, I was demolished into dust, and I was on the verge of failing out of school. My work ethic was poor, my enthusiasm was poor, so I did what many engineering majors do and quit my major. I remember doing so over Christmas break one winter, and I remember being totally overwhelmed just as I was when I graduated high school. I remember again asking myself the question, what am I supposed to do now? Well, I did what many young kids do when they wash out of an engineering program. I went to the greener, easier pastures of a degree in economics. I hear the engineers in the crowd saying, I know this story. Economics had some appeal to me. It had some math in it. It involved money, which I was into. And at the time, my plan was to get a job in business, which of course is vague in itself because pretty much everyone who doesn't work for the government works for a business of some kind. But None of this occurred to me at the time, so I chose econ anyway. How did it go? Well, as you know, I do teach high school physics and chemistry. So, needless to say, economics wasn't the best choice in the end. Despite the reputation of being much easier, I struggled almost as badly in economics as I did in engineering. I enjoyed some of my classes, but most of them were a total slog. The low point, and I really wish I was making this story up, was when I went to one of my professor's office hours one day and asked for help on an Excel project that I was working on with my good friend Kyrie. I handed the floppy disk to my professor, and for the kids on stage that don't know floppy disks, well, they weren't exactly floppy, were they, in the physical sense? It was just confusing, I know. They were about the size of a coaster. You'd put them into your computer, and your files would be read off this not floppy disk. So it was just like getting a file from an email, except that when you wanted to email someone your file, you had to go to the post office. Anyway, I handed the disk to my professor. She pops it into the computer, and she asked me which file I was working on. And at that point, my heart sank. She turned to me. She had this wry smile, and she asked me, is this the one right here? And I said, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Because I had named the file, I really hate this stupid class. I wish it wasn't true, but it's true. So my poor partner, Kyrie, who was standing next to me, turned to me, and he gave me the look only a mother could give an infant child who just threw their spaghetti dinner at the wall. And I deserved it. So needless to say, I didn't do particularly well in that class. And Kyrie, if you're out there to this day, I'm very sorry. I did finish the degree. I finished in 2002, and I found a job at a business where I had the potential to make a lot of money. And it didn't last because I was horrible. My work ethic was poor, my enthusiasm was poor, and my boss did the right thing and fired me 6 weeks into my time with the company. So there I was, and you're probably sensing a theme here. 23 years old, just graduated from college, unemployed, living at home with my parents. Thank you again, Mom and Dad. Just fired from my first job, and what I remember the most was being constantly overwhelmed with the question, what am I supposed to do now? Shortly after I was fired from my business job, my friend Brian suggested that I try my hand as a substitute teacher. Teaching high school didn't work out for him, although he thought I might like it, so I gave it a shot. I had never really considered teaching before, typically listening to the people who say, well, you'll never make any money doing it. But I knew I loved physics, and more often than not, on Saturday nights, I found myself in the science section of a bookstore, reading Sagan and Hawking rather than going out with my friends. I have some friends here today that will attest to this. I figured it would be worth something. So I got myself signed up to be a substitute teacher at a bunch of school districts in the capital region. And I found out very quickly that even in substitute teaching, that when I was able to help kids learn, teaching was much more fun, satisfying, and fulfilling than anything I had experienced in the past. It didn't take very long before I decided that what I needed to do was become a physics teacher. Now, starting with a degree in economics and ending up with a teaching degree and teaching certificates in physics and chemistry took me through 7 different universities, including getting a master's degree at UC Santa Cruz. But really, it was pretty easy. My grades were high, my enthusiasm was high, and the long road that led me to be standing in front of you today never really felt like work at all. Soon after I started teaching high school full-time, some of my friends began to ask me what it's like. I remember one of my buddies asking, doesn't it get boring teaching the same thing year after year? My answer, of course, was no way. For me, teaching is like being able to tell your favorite stories over and over again to a different audience that's excited about what you have to say. But more than that, the real joy in teaching is when a kid tells you that you've helped them better themselves, that you've taught them to value hard work, and this does happen to me somehow, when a kid tells you that you've altered the path of their life by inspiring them. And for that reason, to this day, I can honestly say that choosing to be a high school teacher is one of the best decisions I've made in my life. So now let's take a step back and ask the obvious question. Why did I fail so badly? Why did I fail so many times trying to figure out what I was supposed to do with my life? Well, I can tell you very plainly, as challenging as it was, student teaching at an inner city school in California, where I was one of the only native English speakers in the classroom, was miles beyond anything I had experienced in college pursuing vanity as an engineer or money in economics. Working late into the night grading papers for a teacher's salary has always been much more fulfilling than the potential of a six-figure paycheck at a business job. Because the fact is, you're really only happy with what you do if you do it for the right reasons. In my case, I had failed because every time I chose a career, I chose it for the wrong reasons. I had chosen vanity in pursuing engineering, and I had chosen money in pursuing economics and business. It was only when I stopped chasing dollars and vanity and when I started to help other people that I was able to find happiness. What I had figured out was that the only measure of wealth in your life that's important is the degree to which you can make other people's lives better. So back to these graduates. And frankly, to anyone else who's in the audience listening, what now? What are you supposed to do? Well, you're supposed to choose. I chose to devote my life to help train the next generation of scientists and engineers to help solve the world's problems. That doesn't have to be your choice, but for all the injustices in this world, for all the basic things that so many people everywhere are lacking, the last thing you should choose is a career that only enriches yourself. What you're supposed to do is pick something. You're supposed to find a problem in this world that you're passionate about, something that affects people, and you're supposed to dedicate your life to solving it. Make the decision that you, not anyone else, you are going to be responsible for making the lives of the people around you better. What you're supposed to do is go all in and do it for the rest of your life. And I promise you, you will not fail and you will be happy. Whether you're decades invested into a career that really only helps enrich your own life, or you're at the beginning stages of your career, like these kids behind me, walk away from vanity, walk away from money, and focus on something that's really important, which is helping each other. Because I can tell you from my own life, you don't find happiness when you pursue vanity. And the path to happiness is not paved with $100 bills. Happiness is helping each other. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Darlington. All right, guys, are you ready to present your diplomas? So thank you to Mr. Shapperjohn, our Board of Education President, for joining me on stage. Our first recipient, Amalia Ann Mancini. Lindsay Jean Carlson. Che Taz White. Morgan Marie Ritter. Gabrielle Mary Urban. Oh, thank you. Shelby Morgan Call. Jeffrey David Klein. Jennifer Ann Metzger. Katie Allison Horseman. Caitlin Marie Keller. Nicole Marie Marchese. Garrett Jeffrey Crawford. Emily Janae Bailey. Daniel Vidal Diaz. Connor James Albert. Robert Joshua Amaya. So in case you're wondering about the awkward exchange, it's tradition at Galway for the students to give the principal a little something, and they're each handing me a K-cup. So thank you, guys. Quentin Tyler Anders. Bradley Andrew Arnold. Rebecca Lorraine Atkinson. Sierra Ann Alt. Chase Taylor Bagwell. Cheyenne Emily Baker. Robbie Skylar Barron. Jonah Michael Biss. Alicia Rose Butterfield. Arian Renee Sorolla. Dakota Michael Cook. Stephen Joseph Colbert. Amy Michelle Engel. Gloria Giselle Ferraro. Nicola Ferry. Jessica Ann Freeburn. Anthony Robert Garney. Robert Benjamin Goldstein. Chase Demend Gorey. Dylan Robert Gregory. Carly Deanna Gutto. Kelly Marie Hall. Jenna Janine Hollenbeck. Karen Amelia Mima Hurlitz. Megan Renee Hersey. Brad Allen Hoffman. Kara Alicia Huzar. Luke David Huxfold. Rachel Lynn Jones. Hannah Lynn Kent. Brendan Paul Condrat. Juliana Emma Copa. Joseph Ward Lafferthan. Brian Michael Light. Pedro Piccolo Malandrino. Bridget Mary Catherine Maloney. Juliana Marie Martone. Christopher Carl Merrifield. Jeremy Clark Mulligan. Richard Theodore Munchback. Gregory Adam Myers. Jenica Sue Nash. Nicole Lynn O'Brien. Brittany Kathleen Orminski. Emily Grace Orminski. Sarah Kathleen Ostrowski. Nathaniel Colby Pulowski. Kellen Reese Phelps. Raven Ray Pink. Allison Mary Pacifica. Jennifer Ann Pacifica. Veronica Amos Holy. Dean Ross Pullen. Rachel Ann Restivo. Siermar Naomi Roman. Courtney Elizabeth Soul. Maria Paula Stienen. Noah Christopher Superintendent Wicks. Stine Frost Hemslin. Paula Maria Vaquero Viagran. Nicholas Kalen Webb Horvath. Joshua Robert Wemple. Austin Taylor Williams. Jeremy Michael Zazowski. Emily Kathleen Zuwiza. As principal of the Galway Junior Senior High School, I certify the students receiving diplomas today have met the graduation requirements set forth by New York State. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the class of 2015. So thank you, class of 2015. So we certainly invite each of you back to have a cup of coffee anytime you'd like. Thank you. Will you please stand and join us in singing God Bless America? America the Beautiful, excuse me.
Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies. from sea to shining sea. Galway High's our alma mater, a jolly place to be, where the working are a-playing, none are happier than we. And if you will only ask us, we'll sing a merry tune that will keep the hills a-ringing from September until June. When the golden sun is setting, hear our voices ringing clear, thanking you for all the memories we'll hold forever dear. And our faces will be smiling, though we've won our cause again. We will ever love you, Galway, and do honor to your name.